Yes, Kanish, I'm using a different mic now. Is it better or is it worse? I observed that some of you sent homeworks to me on WhatsApp. I still wish that you can do that on Learnity. Let me just quickly check it out. Can you still hear the background sound or is it fine? Okay. I can't help it. That is the microphone I have. Is it really that bad? No. Manageable is not good enough. So, however, it's heard yesterday or day before yesterday. Is that better or today is better? Okay, fine. I'll change them. Thank you. Now, am I audible? Am I audible now? Okay, great. So I see that there are 49 or 50 uploads here. Some of them are marked delayed also. Okay, got your pictures on, got your homework on WhatsApp. Yeah, I saw them. Who was this? This 60th question is wrong, no? Is wrong, right? Should have been, the question should have been sin x by x cube. But even then it is wrong because the denominator you did not write in the answer. Okay, good, fine. Devadarshan now. Devadarshan must be here, no, somewhere. Devadarshan, I just asked you to differentiate functions. You are substituting the function is equal to 0 and finding x value. Not needed. So obviously they have. So this is obviously from some book. Obviously, it looks very clear. This question number 85 on this page. 2x into e power 22 is correct. That's all. That is finished. Remaining things are not needed. Okay. I told you in the class already, very clearly I told you, do not write e power 1 by x is equal to e power 1 by x into minus 1 by x square. You should write d by dx of e power 1 by x is equal to e power 1 by x into minus 1 by x square. That's how you should write. Function is not equal to its derivative. You should write d by dx of f of x is equal to, and then its derivative. That is how it should look like. Abhirami, apparently you did not submit everything. You submitted like only 80 questions. Abhirami Prabhakaran. Very good. Oh my God. This is one question in one page. That's too much. Varshini, I think, is it? This is good. This looks very good. Michael Anto Jaiwal looks very good. Homework looks very good. Atish Ayyappan, homework looks good. Kanish's homework is here. And who else? Balamurugan asked. I don't know. Like, how is it ordered? Pranav's homework is here. Balamurugan, your homework is here actually. Don't worry about it. Okay, good. Okay, so looks good. So I see that there are 50 people who have submitted here, and that's only from KNMS. So maybe if I change the school name, maybe I can get more uploads here. But anyway, I'm going to skip on it now. Let me continue to the class. Okay, I hope you guys are back. Okay, we shall start the class now. Good afternoon, guys. Let us continue from yesterday's class. Tanish, your homework is there. I saw. Madhumita, sorry, I did not check everyone's homework. Maybe yours is there. If you have uploaded, yours will be there, surely. Don't worry. Okay, so I'm closing the chat now. Let us start the session. So last class we saw some integration table and all that. Today we'll see some applications of integrals and we'll move on. Okay. There's a concept called integration by substitution. You may find this heading in some books which teaches integral calculus, integration by substitution. It is basically an opposite process of chain rule. It is very similar to or opposite process of chain rule in derivatives. Okay, say for example, you know integral of x dx is equal to x square by 2 plus c. Is it not? There's no doubt, no problem. Integral of x with respect to x is x square by 2 plus c. Integral of sin x with respect to sin x. Okay, integral of sin x with respect to sin x, like that. Integral of sin x into d of sin x is equal to sin square x by 2 plus c. No doubt, no issues. That's what we need to understand. Okay. Okay, this is like just a second. This is like integral y dy is equal to y square by 2 plus c, where y is equal to sin x. We can do this. But what if they ask you what is integral of sin x into cos x into dx? What is integral of sin x into cos x into dx? In derivatives, you have learned, okay, in derivatives that you have learned that this thing, derivative of sin x with respect to x is nothing but cos x, na? I mean, not derivative of sin x with respect to x is nothing but cos x. Apo, derivative of sin x, d of sin x can actually be written as cos x into dx. So d of sin x is equivalent to cos x into dx. D of sin x is equivalent to cos x into dx, which means the answer for this is also sin square x by 2 plus c. Both these questions are same. Both these questions are same. Now, how do I write it? Mathematically, how do I write it? If derivative of f of x with respect to x is equal to g of x, then it can be said as integral of d of f of x is equal to integral of g of x into dx. This is what you are writing as f of x plus c. Is it not? Integral of derivative of f of x is basically nothing but f of x plus c. F of x can be written as integral of g of x with respect to x. If integral of g of x dx is equal to f of x, then integral of g of x into integral of g of some function, g of h of x into h dash of x into dx becomes f of h of x. So this is like very much like chain rule. Understood now? See, integral of x is x square by 2. Okay, do I look at it as x or do I look at it as sin x? Integral sin x, how does it look like? It looks like something only. So instead of looking at it as sine of something, if you want to look at it as something itself, then its derivative must be beside it. If you want to look at it as something instead of sine of something, then its derivative must be beside it. or just like here. So if this is basically integral of sin x, because the derivative of sin x, which is cos x, is beside it, cos x dx is beside it, we can treat it as integral of y dy. Instead of saying as sin y, we can call it as y. We can call it as a simple linear, familiar function. Integral is actually a little tricky. Yes, this is how sometimes composite functions can be reduced to familiar functions using substitution is what I'm trying to say. Say for example, when you look at this question, integral of sin x into cos x into dx. How do I perform this integral? Okay, what I can do is I can do some sort of substitution where because of that substitution, this question becomes, or this question transforms into more familiar form. What kind of a substitution should I do? I have to select some function and maybe call it as y or z, whatever, give it a name or something. And I try to change the variable of the integration completely. Say, for example, I can do it like this. See, in this question, if I say put sin x is equal to y, okay, y is just a name. I can give it any different name, no problem at all. If I say sin x is equal to y, if I put sin x is equal to y, it is just an assumption. I can do that. I can call sin x as y now. So now I have to change the variable of the integration completely in terms of y. Wherever there is x, I have to transform that everything into y. So wherever there is sin x, I'll put y. Wherever there is cos x, what should I do? Wherever there is dx, what should I do? You have assumed sin x as y. Okay. To understand what to replace in the place of dx, what to replace dx with, you have to differentiate your assumption. Let us assume sin x is equal to y. Differentiating that assumption, you get cos x is equal to dy by dx. Is it not? Differentiating that assumption with respect to x on both sides, you get cos x is equal to dy by dx. You try to bring dx to one side. So you get what? Dx is equal to dy by cos x. And now you use the function. Given question is equal to, the question is what? Integral of sin x into cos x into dx. Now you transform that question. We are not integrating it. We are just transforming that question. We are just transforming the integrand. So integral of, instead of sin x, you put y. Instead of cos x, we did not decide anything. So we'll put as it is, cos x into, instead of dx, you put dy by cos x. So this cos x get cancelled. Now the integral becomes integral of y into dy. Integral of y into dy. Now this is simple, no? What is integral of y into dy? This is similar to integral of x dx. Integral of y into dy is y square by 2 plus c. Integral of y into dy is nothing but y square by 2 plus c. But the question was in terms of x, no? So the answer should also be in terms of x. So replace, this is the answer, this is the integral. Y square by 2 plus c is the integral. But just replace y in terms of x according to your assumption. We have assumed y is equal to sin x. So you put there, you get sin square x by 2 plus c. That would be the integral of sin x into cos x into dx. Did we understand this? Huh? These are like illustrations, but this is how you solve it. This is a method how you solve it. This whole thing is a method how you solve it. These were like some illustrations to show why they are same. To show how it works, I showed these things, but this is a method how you do it. This method is called integration by substitution. Okay, now you may ask me, sir, what function should I substitute? How do I know this step? How do I know this step? Put sin x is equal to y. Who tells me that I have to substitute sin x is equal to y? Only practice. Okay. Say for example, someone says, okay, I'm going to put cos x is equal to y. Then what will happen? If someone does this assumption, cos x is equal to y, then what will happen? Differentiating on both sides, minus sin x is equal to dy by dx, or minus sin x into dx is equal to dy, or you could say sin x into dx is equal to minus dy. Sin x into dx is equal to minus dy. So now how the question transforms? the question transforms into, right? What was the question? Integral of sin x into cos x into dx. That was the question. Let me try to convert that into a the variable into y. This question, in this question, right? Instead of cos x, I'll write y. Instead of sin x dx, I'll write minus dy. So the question now will become minus integral of y dy. The question becomes minus integral of y dy. But what is y now? In this assumption, y is nothing but cos x, which means the answer is minus y square by 2 plus c, or the answer is minus cos square by x by 2 plus c. Minus cos square x by 2 plus c. Okay, so now we get it out. Is this the answer or is this the answer? Is 1 the answer or is 2 the answer? Which of them do you think is the correct answer? Which of them do you think is the correct answer? Both. Both are correct answers only, because what we are dealing here is an indefinite integral. We are dealing with indefinite integrals, meaning based on the way that you integrate a function, you may get or you may arrive at an answer. I told you that a function can have a lot of integrals. I had already told you a given function can have a lot of integrals. However, all those integrals only differ by a constant. Let me verify. All those integrals only differ by a constant. Let me verify. What is 2 minus 1? Let us say 11 minus 2. Okay, let me verify. What is 1 minus 2? I want to find whether these two integrals, 1 and 2, they only differ by a constant or not. I want to verify. How do I verify? Maybe the integration constant in the one is C1, integration constant in the second one is C2, let us say. This constant only I can give it any name. So what will happen? Sin square x by 2 plus C1 minus difference. So minus of minus cos square x by 2 plus C2. This will become sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2 plus C1 minus C2. This is what you get. But what is sin square x plus cos square x? Sin square x plus cos square x is basically just 1. So this is 1 by 2 plus C1 minus C2. Half is a constant. C1 is a constant. C2 is a constant. So if you perform any operations on them, what you get is basically a constant only. So we understand that by integrating this function, what function? Sin x into cos x into dx. By integrating this function in two different ways, yielded me two different integrals. However, both those integrals actually differed only by a constant. The difference between those two integrals was only constant. So both the methods are correct. So who is going to tell me, who can actually teach you, who do you think can teach you which function should I substitute? Should I put sin x is equal to y? Yeah. Should I put cos x is equal to y? Yes. Should I put the sin x into cos x whole thing as y? Maybe it will work, maybe it will not work. Maybe it will work, maybe it will take a lot of time to solve that particular question based on what you have taken as substitution. Understood? So what function is to be taken as substitute is a tricky thing. That is something that we have to learn by practice. Okay, a basic tip here. I'll give you a basic suggestion. What function should I take as y? What function should I substitute as y? You substitute that function as y in such a way that its derivative is beside it. Okay, you consider that function as y. You substitute that function as y whose derivative is beside dx. So if I take sin x as y, its derivative is cos x. No, so cos x into dx must be there. So I take sin x is equal to y. Or what is derivative of cos x? Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Plus or minus don't matter because it's only a coefficient. No. So if I take cos x as derivative, sin x is beside it, right? If I substitute cos x as y, sin x is its derivative. It is beside it only. So I can do that also. Understood? Say for example, this question is there. Integral sin power 4x into cos x dx. How would I solve this problem? Integral of sine power 4x into cos x into dx is equal to what? Now, this does not look like a familiar integral. I know how to do integral of sin x dx. I know how to do integral of cos x dx. But this does not look like a familiar form. So what can I do? If I can substitute a function as y here, okay? If I can substitute a function as y in this, I should see whether the derivative of the function is just beside it or not as a multiplication, as a factor. Okay, if I see, if I substitute cos x as y in this question, if I substitute cos x as y, its derivative would be sin x. Do I have sin x beside it? I do, but I have sin power 4x. I have sin x, but I have 4 times sin x. 4 times in the sense sin x into sin x into sin x into sin x. That is what I have. So even if I consider cos x is equal to y and take one of those sin x's for derivative, what will other sin x? What can I do with other sign? Instead of that, if I take sin x as y, okay, instead of taking cos x as substituted as y, if I substitute sin x with y, then what is its derivative? Cos x dx, and that is right beside it. Okay, there might be 4 sin x, so sin power 4x. If I take sin x as y, automatically sin power 4x becomes y power 4. That is a familiar function only, you know. So in this question, what I will do? I want to find this. So what I do here, I will put sin x is equal to y, so that cos x into dx becomes dy. Derivative of sin x is cos x into dx. That is equal to derivative of y. So just replace that question. Question is equal to integral of sin power 4x into cos x dx. Instead of cos x dx, I am going to put dy. Instead of sin power 4x, I can put y power 4 because sin x is y, no? According to our assumption. So y power 4 into cos x dx is dy, which is equal to y power 5 by 5 plus c. Or the answer is, you could say sin power 5x divided by 5 plus c. That is a useful method. Integration by substitution, it is called. The answer should not be stopped here. That is not the answer. The question is asked in variable x. The answer must also be in variable x only. Okay, so that assumption y is something that we did for our convenience. You cannot answer in terms of y. Okay, okay, see here, the last slide. Someone wanted to take a screenshot, please do. If someone wanted a screenshot, please take a screenshot of the slide shown. Okay, Gayatri asks, sir, can we put sin power 4x as y? I'll tell you, Gayatri, just a second. If you want to take a screenshot, please take now. I will change the slide in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Gayatri asks, can we do by substituting sin power 4x is equal to y? Is it good to substitute like this? She asks. Okay, let us check. If I take sin power 4x as y, and upon differentiating, I get what? 4 sin cube x into dx. Sorry. 4 sin cube x into cos x into dx is equal to dy. This is what we get, no? If I take sin power 4x as y, upon differentiation, I get 4 sin cube x into cos x into dy dx as dy because chain rule. Okay, now I have to find all this to replace for dy. I have to find all that to replace for dy. You can. Question is equal to integral of, what is in the question? There is sin power 4x, which is y. There is cos x dx, which is basically dy by 4 sin cube x. Are we following this? Are we following this? Huh? Gayatri, N Gayatri, are you able to follow this? If I substitute sin power 4x is equal to y, then upon differentiation, I will have this expression 4 sin cube x into cos x into dx becomes dy. So when I am changing the question, I have to replace every term carefully. Sin power 4x I have taken as y, so no problem there. instead of cos x dx, this is cos x dx, no? So instead of cos x dx, I can write dy divided by 4 sine cube x. Now how will it get transformed into integral y into dy divided by 4 into, I have sine cube x here. I have taken sine power 4x as y, which means sine x is equal to y power 1 by 4. Sine x is equal to y power 1 by 4 is not? Is not? We have assumed sine power 4x as y. This implies sine x is equal to y power 1 by 4. Using that, sine cube x can be written as y power 3 by 4. Sine cube x can be written as y power 3 by 4. Is it clear? Now what is remaining? This 4 will come out as coefficient, no problem at all. So 1 by 4 integral of what is remaining? Y divided by y power 3 by 4. Y divided by y power 3 by 4 is basically y power 1 minus 3 by 4, which is 1 by 4. Y by y power 3 by 4 is just y power 1 minus 3 by 4, which is 1 by 4 into dy. Now that looks like a familiar function, no? It looks like integral of x power n dx. Integral of x power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1 plus c. So the answer for this will be 1 by 4 into, sorry, the answer for this will be 1 by 4 into integral of y power 1 by 4 into dy. That would be y power 1 by 4 plus 1, 5 by 4 divided by 1 by 4 plus 1, 5 by 4 plus c. This 4 and this 4 get cancelled. What do I have here? Y power 5 by 4 divided by 5 plus c is what I get. Is what I get. Okay. But I have assumed that sin x is equal to y power 1 by 4. Upon y power 5 by 4 will be nothing but sin x whole power 5 or sin power 5x divided by 5 plus c. You are getting the same answer only. You are getting the same answer only. Okay, Gayatri? Right, understood, no? So, yeah. So, you can assume sin power 4x as y also. The thing is, what I should assume, what I should substitute as y to get an answer is absolutely subjective. Nobody can define it. This is what you have to assume, circuit. It depends on your practice. You practice with 4 questions, you will see why this method is better, this method is bad. Okay, the second assumption is not wrong. You can still use that. However, it takes a long time to finish it. Don't worry, this is not a very tricky thing. When you look at more questions, it becomes very, very apparent. Say, for example, a tricky question will say integral sin power 4x into cos cube x into dx. Tell me some idea. What should I substitute here? What do you think I should substitute here for this particular question? Integral of sin power 4x into cos cube x dx. What do you think I should substitute here? I mean, you have to tell me y is equal to what? Okay, people are saying sin cube x as y. Why do you think I should put sin cube x is equal to y? Is the derivative of sin cube x is cos x? Is the derivative of sin cube x is cos cube x? No. Derivative of sin cube x is not cos cube x. Right. So derivative of sin power 4x is 4 sin cube x into cos x only. There is no sin cube x here. There is no cos x separately here. However, if you still continue with put sin x is equal to y, see what happens. If you put sin x is equal to y, you get cos x into dx is equal to dy. Our question becomes integral sin power 4x is nothing but y power 4 into cos x into dx is equal to dy. But there is only one cos x here. But in the question there are 3 cos x. So I will remove 2 of them. Y power 4 into cos square x into what remains? Cos x into dx. That can be replaced with dy. Do we understand this? integral of y power 4 into cos square x into dy. Now this cos square x, I can write in terms of sine and then replace in terms of y. How? Integral of y power 4 into cos square x can be written as 1 minus sine square x. Cos square x can be written as 1 minus sine square x. That now 1 minus sine square x can be written as 1 minus y square. Y power 4 into 1 minus y square into dy. This is simple only. Don't think it is a product rule or something. Just multiply the expressions. You get what? Y power 4 into 1, y power 4. Minus y power 4 into y square, y power 6. Whole thing into dy. Gives you y power 5 by 5 minus y power 7 by 7 plus c. If you replace y with sin x as assumed, you get sin power 5x divided by 5 minus sin power 7x divided by 7 plus c. That would be the integral of the given question. What question? Integral of sin power 4x into cos cube x into dx. The answer would be this. Are we able to follow? We are not going to go very deep into this, but that is how you can do it, is what I'm saying. This is how you can do it. Integration by substitution. There is a way in which you can do it. Okay, I'll give you another example. Integral of just a second, let me think about it. Yeah. Integral of secant square x into tan x into dx. Yes, Kanish. Look at this question. Integral of secant square x into tan x into dx. Okay. Think of a method. Okay. Think of a substitution. I should put y is equal to what? What should I do here? If I put y equal to this, then integral is easy. What do you think that substitution can be? Y is equal to? Right. Vijay Rubesh finished the integration. Very good. Balu Murugan correct. Jeffrey Robson correct. Gayatri wrong. Small mistake there. Check. Now Devanand says put y is equal to tan x, or Vikasini says y equal to tan x. Most of you are saying, well, let us assume y is equal to tan x. Why? Because derivative of tan x is secant square x. It is right beside it. Kanish says, let us assume y is equal to secant x. Kanish says, let us assume y is equal to secant x. What is the derivative of secant x? What is the derivative of secant x? What is derivative of secant x? Yeah, derivative of secant x is secant x into tan x. So if I take one of the secant x as y, then you have secant x into tan x no left. So this question, I can assume y is equal to tan x. Upon dy is equal to secant square x dx. Upon question becomes integral y dy. Tan x is y, secant square x into dx is dy. This is equal to y square by 2 plus c. C or c1 no, some constant. This is equal to, what is y here? Tan x. So tan x, sorry, tan square x by 2 plus c1. That is one answer. That is one answer. Someone else says, let us put y is equal to secant x. If I put y equal to secant x, then dy is equal to secant x into tan x into dx. Right? Then question becomes q is equal to integral of secant square x is there, no? Instead of secant square x, let me consider it as secant x into secant x. One secant x you write as y, because that's what we have assumed. The other secant x, the remaining tan x and dx can be grouped as dy. Do we understand that? If I substitute y equal to secant x, the derivative of that dy equal to secant x into tan x into dx, which means the question transforms as integral of y dy, which is again equal to y square by 2 plus constant 6 c2, let us say. Apo answer is equal to, or question is equal to what? Y is secant x, no? So secant square x by 2 plus C2. That is answer you get, no? That is answer you get. So in two methods, you are getting two answers. Verify whether two answers, whether both the answers are correct or not. Let us verify. How do you verify that? Second answer minus first answer. Secant square x by 2 plus C2 minus tan square x by 2 minus C1. What is secant square x minus tan square x? 1. So this is basically half plus C2 minus C1. A constant only, no? So the two integrals only differed by a constant, which means that's all right. Which means that is all right. No problem at all. Okay, Devdarshan, what are you asking? Sir, why can't we do this as the first question and write the answer as y cube by 3? What first question? Like sine power 4x. Is that what you're asking, Devdarshan? I could not understand your question. Okay, I'll give you more questions and then you can discuss. Integral of ln x by x dx. Devdarshan, secant x as y. Okay, if you take secant x as y, then dy cannot be tan x. If secant x is equal to y, then dy is equal to secant x into tan x. Predarshan, first one, good. Pranav, correct. Kaushik Babu, you mean ln square? Then it's right. Wins, correct. Sudarshan, one step less. Answer cannot be in terms of y. You have to answer in terms of x only. Japeth, second question correct. Ashwati Ayer, correct. Vikasini, correct. K. Sudarshan, correct. Yeah. In the first question, I will consider y is equal to ln x. Why would I consider y equal to ln x? Because there is a 1 by x. Okay, there is a 1 by x beside dx, which means ln x can be taken as the substitution. So you take ln x is equal to y. This implies 1 by x dx is equal to dy. Therefore, question becomes integral y dy, which is equal to y square by 2 plus c. If you should not stop there. You should not stop there saying integration is done. You have to finish, like you have to answer in terms of x only. Y is nothing but ln x. So ln x whole square divided by 2 plus c. Okay. Don't write like this, ln x square by 2 plus c. This is wrong. Ln x whole square by 2 plus c. That's how you should write it. Wins. Which question का answer X? Kaushik, second question correct. Second question. By looking at the question, it feels like I can take sin x as cos x. I can take sin x as cot x. Why does it feel like that? Because if I take sin x as cos x, if I take sin x as y, sorry, I'm very sorry. If I take sin x as y, then its derivative cos x is right beside dx. Okay, so it feels like we'll get sin x is equal to y. Substitution. That implies cos x dx is equal to dy. Therefore, question becomes integral e power y into dy. So the answer is e power y plus c, which is equal to e power sin x plus c. That's all. That plus c must be written always. Raveen, correct, very good. Third question, again, just by looking at the question, see what it feels like. The derivative of tan x is secant square x. Is it not? Secant square x is present beside dx. So it feels like I should consider tan x is equal to y. If I do that, the question becomes, or by differentiating you get secant square x into dx is equal to dy. Therefore, question becomes integral of 2 power y is tan x. So 2 power y into secant square x dx combinedly is dy. That's all. So what is integral of 2 power y dy? Exponential function 2 power y divided by ln 2. Look at the table, integral of a power x dx is a power x by ln a. So integral of 2 power y dy is 2 power y by ln 2 plus c. So which is equal to 2 power tan x by ln 2 plus c. That's all. Are we able to understand this? Right? This is called integration by substitution. If you are using a good book, kindly look into the book. Maybe you will get more examples to solve from. Or if I get some exercise, I will post it on this Jamboard. I will attach an exercise on the Jamboard in the next slide. Okay, in the slide 7, I will attach an exercise using integration by substitution problems. Sir, how did ln 2 came? By the table bar. Nikhil Krishna, look at the table. What is integral of a power x dx? Integral of a power x dx is a power x by ln a. So integral of 2 power y dy is 2 power y by ln 2. That's how it is coming. Okay. Sorry. Next concept, a small concept now. Definite integral. Definite integral. Again, we are not going to go very deep into this, into the concept of definite integral. We are not going to go very deep. I'll simply say it like this. If integral of g of x dx is equal to f of x plus c, then integral from a to b of g of x dx is equal to f of b minus f of a. Okay, this is called as definite integral. This will give you a value only. If you know how to integrate a function, but if the integral comes with limits, lower limit and upper limit, like an interval, integral of gx dx is f of x plus c, let us say, if we know that, then integral of a to b of g of x dx is equal to f of b minus f of a, meaning you have to integrate g of x. Once you integrate g of x, you get f of x. In that f of x, you substitute the upper limit first, and then you substitute the lower limit, and then subtract. Okay, so these are the steps, like integrate g of x and get f of x. Now substitute upper limit. What is upper limit here in this question? Upper limit b in f of x. Similarly, substitute lower limit a in f of x. Okay, this gives you f of b. This gives you f of a. F of b minus f of a is called the definite integral of the definite integral of integral a to b of g of x dx. Okay, that is like these are the steps involved here. Understood or not? Say, for example, I'll tell you when to use it later, but for now I'm just telling you what it is. Integral x square dx from 1 to 4. Okay, let us say integral 1 to 4. Integral 1 to 5 of x square dx. Let us say that is the question. Integral 1 to 5 of x square dx. What do I do? First, integrate the function. What is integral of x square? What is integral of x square? What is the integral of x square? X cube by 3, right? So integral of x square you do first, x cube by 3. Now I don't have to put constant plus c, because if you put constant plus c, when you are substituting upper limit, you will get f of b plus c. When you substitute lower limit, you will get f of a plus c. Okay, and when you subtract, this plus c here and this plus c here get cancelled anyway. So the constant does not matter here. The constant does not matter here. So the integral 1 to 5 of x square dx is equal to x cube by 3. Only integration has been done. Limits are not yet substituted. So we will write like this. 1 to 5. Limits are not yet substituted, okay? Only integration is done. X cube by 3 from 1 to 5. Now substitute upper limit. 5 cube by 3 minus substitute the lower limit. 1 cube by 3. That will give you 124 by 3. That is the integral of x square dx from 1 to 5. 124 by 3. So obviously the answer is independent of x. Yes, when you integrate a function within an interval, you are actually evaluating the integral. Okay, so you will not get x in the answer. You will get x in integral, but then you are substituting the values. Right or not? So answer will be independent of x. Also, one more thing. In any case, like if I perform integration using any kind of substitution, we saw that substituting different things may yield you different looking answers. Correct or not? Sin square by 2 and minus cos square x by 2. So substituting different functions as y, the particular integral can yield you different indefinite integrals. But if the integral is definite integral, the limits are given. When you substitute the limits, upper limit, and then substitute lower limit and subtract, in any method, you will always get the same answer. In any method, you will always get the same answer. Say, for example, integral of sin x cos x dx. Let us say that is the thing. 0 to pi by 4. Pi by 4 means 45 degree. Integral 0 to pi by 4 of sin x into cos x into dx. So in one method, you know that you will get the answer as, you will get the integral as sin square x by 2. In one method, you know that integral of this becomes sin square x by 2. From 0 to pi by 4. Substitute pi by 4. Sin square of pi by 4 by 2 minus sin square of 0 by 2. Upper limit you substituted, and then lower limit you substituted and subtracted. What is sin pi by 4? Pi by 4 is 45 degree. Sin pi by 4 is 1 by root 2. 1 by root 2 whole square is 1 by 2. So this is 1 by root 2 whole square minus 0 square divided by 2. 1 by root 2 whole square is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 0 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 by 2 is 1 by 4. This is what you are getting. What if I do it in a different way? In a different way, if I do, I am getting minus cos square x by 2 as integral. Correct or not? We already did this. in a different way, meaning if I put cos x is equal to y, then I am getting the integral as minus cos square x by 2 from the same limits from 0 to pi by 4. Again, substitute upper limit first, minus cos square pi by 4 divided by 2. Right? Minus what do you get? Minus of minus cos square 0 by 2. Understood or not? Minus cos square pi by 4 by 2 minus of minus cos square 0 divided by 2. The first term is minus 1 by 4. The first term is minus 1 by 4. The second term, cos 0 is 1. Second term, cos 0 is 1. So cos square 0 is also 1. 1 by 2 minus of minus 1 by 2 is plus 1 by 2. So minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 gives you 1 by 4. In this also you are getting same answer only. So irrespective of what steps you do to perform integration, a definite integral always yields the same answer. A definite integral always yields the same answer, irrespective of what method you do to perform integration. Okay? One more sum you want, huh? I'll do the same question in a different way. Integral sin x into cos x into dx. Let us try to do this. Okay. This can actually be written as sin 2x divided by 2 dx. No, it can actually be written as sin 2x divided by 2 because sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x. Upper sin x cos x can be written as sin 2x the whole thing divided by 2. Now I will put 2x is equal to y. Let me put 2x is equal to y. This implies 2 into dx is equal to dy, or dx is equal to dy by 2. So the question becomes integral of 1 by 2 into sin 2x. Sin 2x can be written as sin y into dx can be written as dy by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, 1 by 4 comes outside, giving you integral of sin y dy. This is a familiar function only. The integral of sin y dy is nothing but minus cos y. So minus cos y by 4 plus c. Minus cos y by 4 plus c. Or you could say minus cos 2x by 4 plus c, because y is equal to 2x. So that is also an answer. So the same question we have solved in 3 different ways in indefinite integrals. In 3 different ways we are getting 3 different answers. They all look different, but they all differ by only constants. The same question if I do 0 to pi by 4 of sin x cos x dx. If I perform definite integral, then I can say minus 1 by 4 into cos 2x from 0 to pi by 4. This is equal to minus 1 by 4 is a constant, coefficient. It won't get changed. Now substitute upper limit cos of 2 into pi by 4 minus substitute lower limit cos of 0. Minus 1 by 4 into what is cos of 2 pi by 4? 2 pi by 4 is pi by 2 only. Cos pi by 2 is 0. Cos 0 is 1. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. Minus of minus 1 is 1 by 4. Now also same answer is appearing again. Now also we are getting same answer only 1 by 4. You understand or not? So in any way possible, in any way if you do integration, the definite integral always yields the same answer. Okay. Today is Wednesday only. Tomorrow is Thursday. We will do a couple of problems in integrals. We will see application of integrals tomorrow. And the day after tomorrow, Friday, we will do revision of Sunday's test as well as midterm test. Both are same only, no? Portions fairly similar. Units, except for units and dimensions, both portions are fairly similar. Okay. So today we will leave now. Tomorrow we will do problems in integrals and application of integrals. Day after tomorrow, that is on Friday, let us do some revision. Understood? All right then. See you guys. Bye. One last summer. No, Kanish, if you want, you can do this. Integral of 0 to 1 e power x square into x into dx. Kanish, if you want, you can do this. Okay, if you want, you can do this. But I am leaving. Gayatri Subhaya asked Jamboard link. Alright, this Jamboard link you should have, no, by now. There. Gayatri. Yes, Gayatri. There you have the Jamboard link. Means e power sin x is equal to y. Where is sin x lying? Means where is sin x? You can take x square as y here. That will be easier. Anyway, I am leaving now. See you guys. Bye. Madhumita, you want to revise units and measurements, Amma? I can gather the links of that chapter. It has been already taught, no? I'll try to gather the links and I'll post the videos on Google Classroom. You can find them on Learned Education also. Okay, Michael Anto, there, that's my number. For physical world, there is not going to be any revision. You just read it as a magazine. You read that chapter as just as if you are reading a magazine. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm ending the meeting for all. See you. Bye. Kanish seems correct.